I think there's a natural ebb and flow in the economy and in the community. And so Bitcoin surges up and has periods of extraordinary excitement, generates a lot of adrenaline and enthusiasm. Then there's a celebration, and then people extrapolate straight line to the moon. And then it retraces a bit and consolidates. And then people think, well, it's going to bounce back really fast. And if it chops sideways for a while, there's always a natural human tendency to get frustrated. I don't think we have anything to be unhappy about. The truth is, if you zoom out and look at the 1-year chart, Bitcoin is like up 99%. It's like nearly double. So if you walked in up to anybody in the street and said, hey, I'm heavily invested in an asset that is growing up 100% a year, should I be happy or not? They would say, you should be happy, right? It's just that the way that it gets there tends to be a bit volatile. As for why, I think the why Bitcoin has been consolidating and building its support in the teens right now is because you've got $2.3 trillion of Bitcoin that is unbanked. And so you've got a lot of people that own a lot of Bitcoin, but they can't get a loan against it. And because they can't get a loan against it, the only, at the point that you all of a sudden find yourself Bitcoin rich, but fiat poor, you don't have a lot of dollars, but you have a lot of Bitcoin and you can't borrow against it, then you think, I have to go sell it. So I think Bitcoin's right now, it's like this Mag 7 startup where all of a sudden all the employees got insanely rich on penny stock options, but they can't borrow against them, so they have to sell them. And so they're selling, and then people are saying, well, why are those employees selling the stock? Is that a vote of not confidence in the company? And the answer is no. It's just they have kids to go to college. They want to buy a house, right? They want to live comfortably. They want to do something for their parents. And so right now, I think that the selling is crypto OGs that have had a lot of money for a long time. They're selling 5%, diversifying. They're doing something like that. And the market is absorbing all of that energy, building its support. The volatility is coming out of the asset. That's a really good sign. But because what you want for the asset to mature is for lots of long-term capital holders, the big corporations, the big institutions to buy. You want the early OGs that bought Bitcoin for $1 or $5 or $10 to sell some, or as much as they need to, so they feel comfortable. You want the volatility to decrease so the mega institutions feel comfortable entering the space and size. And the conundrum is, well, if the mega institutions are going to enter, if the volatility decreases, it's going to be boring for a while. And because it's boring for a while, people's adrenaline rush is going to drop. And it's like they had this big high and now the adrenaline is wearing off and they're a little bit bearish. But this is just a growing stage or natural for the life cycle of an asset that's monetizing like this.